Sandrine, quit calling us out. It was my fault this time.
What'd she say? Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, we just a couple minutes late this time.
So let's scroll up, and you want to start saying hello, Cynthia?
Hello, Margie and Samantha and Vicky and Mishy and Paula. Nugs to all of you guys. Nana Michelle, Sandrine. Hey, y'all. Sanja. And look at there, Cynthia's Joyful Creations. Who is that girl? Hey, Angel and Renee and China and Chris, Wanda, Crystal,
Hi,
Dee
Debbie.
Ferguson, Angela Wright. Hello. Candy, Margaret G and Michelle. And we got some Sugar Wooga in the house. Hey, Miss
Hey,
Gloria.
everybody. I
Hey,
bet y'all thought I was
Diane.
recording, didn't you?
Grandma Anna, hi. Welcome in.
Hey, Grandma
And
Anna, Maribel, Mara,
Maribel,
Diane,
Anna.
welcome in.
Maribel,
Glad
Maribel,
y'all
Maribel.
joined.
Hi, Mom. Maribel is the crochet fool.
Yes,
is
she
cracking
is.
out. So welcome in, everybody.
I commented on something she posted. Hey, Carrie, welcome in. I posted on something that she made. I said, I know whose hook's been smoking and on fire.
Yes.
And Maribel.
And Maribel, your stuff all went out today. I actually dropped it off yesterday, but the postman from work didn't pick it up till this morning. So it'll be all up on the way. Hi, Lisa. Hi,
Lisa.
Bree.
Hey, Angela Wright. Hey, Bree.
Hey, Bree.
Happy Hump Day. Maribel said, laugh out loud. You got your hook smoking, baby.
Yeah.
If you smell rubber burning around you, Maribel, check the handle of your hook.
She be smoking.
Okay, so who knows what we're here to do today? Anybody? Today is Stitching Together with Friends. Nobody recorded that.
Song with that now. Every time Sanita does that, now we're gonna have to come up with a song.
Now we're going to come up with some kind of little clip we play where it says "Stitching Together with Friends."
You got to do that. Do the Christine
Coming back and hooking again.
The bag, the sunburst bag. Crocheting is fun. Grandma Anna says clueless. The bag in honor of Sylvia. Yes, yes, yes. And if you don't have the pattern, don't worry about it. I'm going to be going underneath the other camera and walking everybody through on what to do, because I actually do it different than the actual pattern. So, and you'll see one of the squares that I have made, but I am making 2 more tonight as well. So
I'm going the easy route. Simple. You made 3 bags? Look at you go.
Go, Lisa.
Yes. So this is one of the squares that I have made. I do have another one, and I will be putting them together, making a bag out of it as well. But this is what it'll look like once we're done. Now, if you don't want to do color change, that's fine. Sanita's taking the easy route, and she's using a stripe yarn.
I use variegated yarn.
Variegated.
So, but this is the one that I made, and I actually made 2. There's the second
Granny
one.
D, welcome in.
Hey, Granny D. They're 7 inches, D. Ferguson 7-inch squares. And this is a 4-weight yarn, and I used a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now, you can make your squares as big as you want to, but we opted to do 7. Hey, Miss Debbie. Welcome
Hi, Debbie.
in.
I got you, Debbie.
You can make your squares as big as you would like to, and you would still just put them together the same way. So this is 7 inches exactly. And this is a 4-weight yarn. It was some that I had left over in a Mary Maxim kit.
Hey, Don P.
It's like a German yarn right here. It's called Pretty. And it is really, really soft. And I chose these colors because it really resonated with me as far as colors that Sylvia would have gravitated toward. Just looking through her blankets on Facebook. She loved bright colors. She loved different, mixing all kind of colors together. So I did not block these, but I didn't wet block them, but I did put them on my blocking board and stretched them out. Sometimes you have to do that when you're going from a circle to a square to get it square. So, but I will be joining these and making these into a bag, but I'm actually going to be making more squares tonight with y'all. And the yarn I'm going to use is the Hirschner's Worsted Antiquity yarn. And this label come off the Marigold because I couldn't find the center pull, so I'll be working from the outer edge when I get to it. And I will also be showing y'all how to change your colors if you are changing colors without joining and cutting your yarn and then rejoining.
Hi, Kimberly.
And I'm going to use Cobble Brown, the Marigold color, Marmalade, and Currant color will be my, and the Marigold. That'll be my 4 color choices. So if y'all are ready to get started, give us a thumbs up in the chat. And
let's welcome in some more people first before we go do that. And let me tell them what I'm using. And Cynthia can do the same. Hi, Paula Minty and Mama J. Welcome in. Joy, welcome. And Kimberly.
Welcome in. Welcome.
Hi, Samantha. So tonight, I'm going to be using this discount yarn that I got from Hobby Lobby. No, from Michael's. $2 for this scheme, which is called Sunrise for the sunburst. And I'm going to be using a 4.5 clover hook. And should we be showing what my test pattern with?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a easygoing person where crochet is my thing, but I like to take the easy route. As some people say, the lazy way. So I did initially a test one with this yarn, which is the Big Twist Party in the color Sunset. And as you notice, it's very, what's the word? It's variegated.
Variegated, yes.
And Miss Jeannie was like, because I was kind of like hesitant about lining it. She told me to she showed me this actually, and I was like, I'm going to the store and get it. $1.50. I thought that was pretty clever. And it's a perfect size for a boho purse, right? So I'm going to be doing my second purse for this one with this. And are you guys ready to see the final project? Did you see it? Here it is. And the fringes could be a little bit better, but I was hesitant in putting on it. But it's not boho unless it has fringe, right? So I made 2 bags, front and back, and I hot glued it in up here and around the zipper. Super cute. My phone fits in it. That's all that matters. Okay, please take me down. Jeannie's
All right,
turn.
Cynthia, you ready?
What's that?
You ready to show what you're
Yes.
using?
Yes. All right. So I am actually using some yarn that I personally received from Sylvia. And so my main colors are the Premier Cotton Sprout. And I'm using it, I think this is called Gloaming. So it's a kind of like a country blue. And then I'm using the colorway Cream. And so these are all part of the Country Sprout Cotton brand. And then she gave me a bunch of this Gazelle Rock and Roll. And it is 21% acrylic, 70% polyamide, and 9% merino. And it's got kind of like a shimmer to it. And oh my gosh, I have fallen in love with this. It's kind of more like a flat yarn, like a chain spun, but this is how it's working up. And the bag that I make tonight with y'all will be more smaller, but I'm also making one that's going to be bigger that I can use as a project bag. But this is how it's working up together so far. And I personally love it. So
It's beautiful. I love those colors together.
Yeah.
And with the Rock and Roll Gazelle yarn, it has that shimmer to it. So it's making the other colors stand out to me.
I think so too, Jeannie.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. So that's mine so far. I didn't get as much done as Jeannie and Sanita did, but I'm excited.
I just literally did the second square this morning, so but yeah,
All right,
that's gonna be, this one's gonna be a little more stiffer, the 2 squares that I showed. Now this is one that I did with Sanita using the same bag. I had already made these 2 squares and we were talking about it and she said that's a good idea. So she literally took us to Hobby Lobby with her.
She did.
And got the bags. And then she went to her mother-in-law's house and her mother-in-law wanted one. So she had to get more bags. But
I'm going to Hobby Lobby Friday.
You make your square. Then you just make single crochets up to your top zipper. Then you go to the back side and you do enough rounds of single crochets to get you above the zipper. And then you do a chain to come across and you keep going around in circles. And then you just simply hot glue it to the bag. Or you can sew it to the bag if you want to. But we chose to hot glue it. And it's your perfect liner. Y'all know me. I would rather use a bag if I could. Most of the bags that we've done on my channel has had a canvas bag from Hobby Lobby inserted into it for the lining. So, and I put the fringe on it. So, and it already has your strap. The lazy way. So, the yarn I'm using, I've already showed. I'm using the Hirschner's Worsted Antiquity in the color Marmalade, Currant, Marigold, and Cobble Brown. And we're going to start with the Cobble Brown first. If y'all are ready to begin, you can use any size yarn you want to. Just know that if you use a smaller weight yarn, it's going to take you more to make it the size that you want it. I'm using 4 weight, but I'm using a 4.5 hook. That way my stitches aren't that far separated apart. So, Bree, it's on my community post. So if y'all are ready to go, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Yes, Miss Debbie, it comes with the strap already. You're right. And we will get started. Now, for those that do not do the magic circle, you can start out with a chain of 4 and join with a slip stitch to form a ring. Hey, Dawn, welcome in. And Miss Debbie, we'll dance for you in a little bit for your super chat. We hadn't forgot you.
Yes.
We'll do that on one of the intermissions. All right, so we're going to start with a magic. Well, I'm starting with a magic ring. For those that don't know how to do the magic ring, start with a chain 4 and form a slip. Join to the first chain to make a circle. With the magic ring, we're going to chain 3. And we're going to put 15 double crochets into the magic ring. This chain 3 is counting as our first double crochet. So work 15 doubles into your magic ring, or if you're doing chain 4, you're going to work 16 double crochets into your circle. And when you get to the end, don't cut your yarn, because I'm going to show you how to join without slip stitching and cutting and then having to go back in. Which makes joining your yarn a lot better. And you don't have to have 4 colors. You can whatever colors you want to use. If you only want to do 2 colors, you can do 2.
If you need us to pause, make sure you say something.
Use the stop sign. And if you have a question, use the question marks before you type in your question.
Yeah, I'm kind of keeping an eye on the chat and crocheting at the same time. So if I miss something, sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking up at the chat too.
I'm trying to do so as well.
Give me a thumbs up when you have your 16 double crochets already done.
Not yet. I'm the slow one of the group, so when I'm done, I know you guys are done. Oh, of course.
Crystal.
Crystal, Sandra, Greenie. Oh, was that the thumbs up for are you ready?
The thumbs up for ready to start.
Yep.
Bree. Hey, Granny D.
Hi, Granny D.
So my next color that I'm going to bring in is going to be the marigold. And I will show y'all how to do it without joining with a slip stitch.
Chris is lurking. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
To join a new color without joining with a slip stitch and then cutting and all that, pull up you a loop of your old color that you're fixing to cut off. And I'm going to get this up here to where y'all can see. You're going to go in that top part. You're going to split that V in the top and go under that very front loop. And then you're going to go underneath that next loop, just like that.
I think I should have chained 5 because my hole is getting too tight.
And then you're going to lay your yarn on your hook and you're going to pull it through those 2 loops, just like that. You're going to grab the yarn that you're not going to be working with anymore and just pull it through like that. Now you can join to the top of the chain 3 with a slip stitch.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit 16. Hold on. I got a frog.
Okay.
You guys keep going.
And then you cut your yarn from that. You still got a tail to weave in, but you don't have that slip stitch that you got to try to work into by joining the new color too. All right. I will, Miss Diane. You'll be able to see it better with this yellow yarn, and I'll get closer to the camera. So now for row 2, we're going to slip stitch in between the next 2 double crochets, and we're going to chain 3, and we're going to work another double into that same space. You're not working in top of your double crochets. You're working in between the doubles. And you're going to work chain 1, and you're going to work 2 double crochets in between every double around, and you should have 24 double crochets at the end of row 2. And don't forget to chain 1 in between, or it's going to start curling on you. The pattern itself is ultimately only 4 rounds, but you do have to build it to make it the size that you want to after your 4th round. And once we get done with this row, we'll let Sanita get caught up with us.
Wait, hold on. You're doing 2 double crochets in each one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing the pattern, but okay, I'll follow you.
Oh, you. I'm doing the face scrubby, y'all. Scratch that. We're doing puff stitch next.
I was like, wait a minute.
Because it's puff and then cluster, right?
Yeah.
After the puff stitch, we do a cluster. Once you join your new yarn, y'all, if you've done double crochets, go back, rip it back to where you joined your new yarn, and we're going to chain 2. Nope, I don't chain 2. I chain 1. I don't like that you can see the chain 2. Chain 1, and then you're going to go between that double crochet, pull up a loop, wrap and pull up a loop, wrap, go back in, pull up a loop, wrap, go back in, and pull up a loop. We're doing puff stitches, not 2 doubles. I'm making a face scrubby, y'all. Chain 1 and go back in between the next 2 doubles and do the same thing. You're going to make the puff stitch by going in 4 times. Now, I do not fold when I do puff stitches, y'all. Breathe. Can you repeat that? Can I repeat what, Bree?
No, she's not going to repeat it because she was leading us to the wrong path.
Yeah, we was fixing to make a face scrubby. All right, and then we're going to chain 1 after each puff stitch and go in between the next 2 doubles. Next 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then pull through all the loops on your hook. Chain 1. And at the end, you should have 16 puff stitch.
Yes.
Chain 1. I've been working on so many different things, y'all. Yeah, 4 wraps, 9 loops, chain 1. Let me put my square over here where I can see it. Thank you, Crystal. 4 wraps, 9 loops. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the key to making good puff stitches is you keeping all your stitches the same height. On your hook. I'm having to work from the outside of my marigold because I couldn't find the center pull. So
You might have to do it again,
what?
Jeannie. Lori says she only has 5 loops.
You only have 5 loops. You got to route before you go in, Lori. To do the puff stitch after you chain 1, you wrap your yarn, go in between the next stitch, pull up a loop, route, go in, pull up a loop, route, go in, pull up a loop, route, go in, and pull up a loop. And you'll have 9 loops on your hook. And then wrap and pull through. Make sure you're wrapping, Lori, before you insert to do the puff stitch. 9 loops. 9 loops on your hook. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. She says she's also hearing a lot of background noise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I may have got miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then pull through, chain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. And chain 1. Now with this one, you do have to join with a slip stitch. You can't do it with the other method because it's puff stitches, y'all. So you're going to join with a slip stitch to the top of your first puff stitch. If you're changing color, if you're not, you're going to join to the very top of it here. And then you'll slip stitch.
Richard's TV?
You'll have 16, Crystal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You should have had 16 double crochets in your magic circle or your chains 4 or 5. So with this row, you do have to join with a slip stitch and fasten off if you're changing colors. Only because of the way the row ends.
Hold on, let me count my. And it's okay if it curls because mine curls. It'll straighten out.
Yep, it's gonna look like it's a little wonky right now, but it's gonna straighten out.
16.
Mine curled.
So we'll do the color change on the next row for those that want to see it again. All right, with your new color, go in the space between your puff stitch until you chain one space of any puff stitch. I always like to go away from where I left off from. And now we're going to do the cluster stitch. So we're going to chain 3. And then we're going to work a double crochet, but we're not going to complete it. Bree, you telling me to stop? Okay, let me know when y'all ready to move on to row 3. I'm sorry, y'all.
She's Speedy Gonzalez.
There you go, Bree. Throw them stop signs up at me, honey. And if you did the magic circle and you're holding all the way closed up, you can fix that when you're done with the square.
But it kind of looks nice with the hole, though.
It does. And I'll bring myself down a little bit closer.
Come a little closer.
Is that good there, y'all?
Yep, perfect.
Row 3 is going to be 4 double crochet cluster. Oh, D made 16 squares. I didn't know how many squares we needed. Now, D, that's fine. You can make as many squares as you want to and put them together and make a big bag. That's fine. Join into the top of your first puff stitch, Bree, and just chain 1 and cut your yarn off. And I'll share a little secret with y'all tonight about these ends that's on the back. If you can crochet over the tails, crochet over them. It'll be perfectly fine because I'm going to show y'all a little hint, little secret. And then just join in any chain 1 space of your circle to start row 3, Bree. And I'm going to be crocheting over my tail. Y'all ready to move on to row 3? And you're going to start with a chain 3. And you're going to wrap your yarn and pull up a loop.
Cynthia, I'm going to mute yourself, please.
And I'm only going to pull through the first loop, wrap, go back into the same space, pull up a loop, and work the first 2 loops. That's 3. Wrap one more time, go back into that same space and pull up a loop, wrap and pull through 2. You should have 4 loops on your hook. Wrap and pull through all 4. That's our first 4 double crochet cluster. We're going to chain 2.
Okay. I don't hear anymore.
And we're going to go into the next chain 1 space and do the same thing. Pull up a loop, wrap, pull through the first 2, and we're going to do that 3 more times. So for this time, you're going to have 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pull through all 5 loops. And chain 2. And we're going to do that all the way around. And you'll have 16 clusters. Chain 2. Don't forget to chain your 2 in between each cluster.
Jeannie, Lori wants to know how you start row 3.
All right. You joined and cut your yarn off, Lori. Take your new color. Now, if you're not changing color, you just going to join to the top of your first puff stitch and then slip stitch into the chain 1 space. And you'll chain 3. And then you'll do your 3 unfinished double crochets for a total of 4. Your chain 3 counts as 1. But if you cut your yarn, you're just going to go in the space of any chain 1 space. And you're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Wrap your yarn, go into the first chain 1 space, go into that chain 1 space, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, go back in, pull up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, insert, pull up a loop, wrap, pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook, and pull through all 4. Chain 2, go into the next chain 1 space and work 4 double crochet cluster. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll have 5 loops on your hook. Wrap and pull through all 5. Chain 2. Go into the next chain 1 space and repeat. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wrap and pull through all 5 loops. Chain 2. And do that all the way around, and you'll have 16 double crochet clusters.
Hi, Missy.
Hey, Missy.
I don't think I like this yarn.
Oh, we enjoy spending time with you too, Miss C. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Hi, Aisha.
Hey,
Hi,
Aisha. Did that help you, Lori?
She said yes, and I'm done. I don't think I like the way this is working out. Can you see
Why?
that?
Because of the splashes in it or something?
Yeah. Nice, Aisha. That's my plan too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea, Aisha. Aisha, was you here from the beginning where we showed the bags that we used from Hobby Lobby? Well, I'll show you on the next row how to join that yarn that way because we can't do it with this one either. Now, we chained 3 here at the beginning. I'm going to show y'all a little secret. Don't join in the top of that chain 3. Join in the top of that first actual double crochet that we made by joining those clusters together. And it will not separate that chain 3 from your stitch, and it'll actually bunch it up to where you can't really tell that it's a chain 3. So, and then cut your yarn and grab your next color, which in my case is going to be currant. And now we're fixing to take it to a square, y'all. I know the pattern says 3 half double crochets. I don't do the half doubles. And we're going to find anywhere.
Hi, Taylor LT. Welcome in.
Hey,
Hey,
Taylor.
Taylor.
We're going to, when y'all are ready to move on to row 4, let me know in the chat, and then we'll move on. But we're going to join anywhere in this circle in any chain 2 space. And this is what our square will look like when we're done. Aisha, we'll show you those bags and we'll show them again. All right, Bree's ready for row 4. Thank you, Taylor. Hey, Paula, that's completely understandable. Hey, Lulu, Cindy, how are you, sweetheart? Okay.
Hi, Cindy. Welcome in. What?
What?
Christy, hi.
Hey, Christy.
Hold
Hey,
on.
Christy.
I'm turning my thing down a little bit. Is this still echoing?
All right, y'all ready to go to row 4? Lori, what about you?
I'm ready. I'm already started.
Grit said, Paula, there's room for you over here in the bushes for you. Just saying. All right, for row 4, start in any chain 2 space of your circle. And pull up a loop. And chain 3. That's your double crochet. Chain 1 more for your treble and 1 more for your chain 1. So chain 5. 16, yes. 16, Lori. Yes.
Yes, Lori.
So to start row 4, you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're fixing to work treble. So the chain 4 counts as your first treble. Wrap in your chain 1 space. Wrap your yarn twice. Go back into that same space and work a treble crochet. Wrap your yarn twice. Work another treble. Wrap twice. Go back into that same space and work 1 more treble. You got 1 treble, chain 1, and 3 trebles. We will finish this when we get back to it. Okay. Now in the next space, we're not making any chains in between. We're going to work 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. In the next space, we're going to work 3 double crochets. 1. And this is where the pattern tells you to do half doubles, but we're going to do doubles. 2, 3. And in the next space, work 3 double crochets. All right. The next space, we're going to make a corner. We'll use treble crochets to make our corners. So in the next space, we're going to wrap our yarn twice, insert our hook, and work a treble crochet. We're going to do that 2 more times. Chain 1, and then treble 3 more in that same space. So work 3 more trebles all in that same space, and that gives us our corner space. And in the next space, we'll work 3 double crochets. And in the next space, 3 doubles.
Oh, it's okay, Cindy. You come when you can.
Yeah. Yeah, the first chain 5 counts as a treble and chain 1. And then 3 trebles.
Hey, Sherry.
In the next chain 2 space, work 3 doubles.
Thank you, Tank.
So between each corner, you will work 3 double crochet groups. You'll have 3 double crochet groups in between each corner. See, this is a corner. Then we got 1, 2, 3 corner. Then we got 1, 2, 3. Now we're fixing to do another corner. And corners are done using treble crochet. So it's 3 trebles.
Cynthia was thanking you, Tank, for leading Miss Sherry back to her.
Yeah.
Chain 1 and 3 trebles.
Thank you, Sanita.
And that is your corner space. So in the next 1, 2, 3 spaces, we're going to work just 3 double crochets. Don't you do it. And now we're going to work our last corner with 3 doubles. 3 trebles. Chain 1 and 3 trebles.
Oh no, Grandma Anna. Take care.
Thank you, Grandma Anna, for coming in.
Anna.
And now we're going to work our 3 doubles in the next 3 spaces.
Oh, no, Sherry.
And that'll get us to our first corner that we started. And then we're going to do 2 trebles in this last corner. Now, you can change your yarn out this way. Once you make your last treble, pull up a long loop, go in the top of your stitch here. See right here? Grab that first bar and go in that first loop at the top, underneath that first loop at the top, just like that. See that? Lay your new color on your hook and pull it through both of those loops. Just like that. Now grab your yarn that you're leaving off with and pull it through. Lay your tail to the back. And now join to the top of your 4th chain. And you can pull it tight. And slip stitch. Grab your tail of your brown and pull it. And then cut your previous color off.
Wait, 2 question mark, what corner again?
Lord, I pulled out a stitch. Hold on, y'all. In the first corner. Hold on a minute. Put it on the screen.
Which one?
The question. The corner, Lori, is 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles. The very first one was your chain 5, which counts as your first treble and your chain 1 space. And then 3 trebles. That's all you do in that corner. And then you do 3 sets of 3 double crochets in the next 3 spaces. And then you do 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles. And you repeat that all the way around till you get here to your very last corner. And you put 2 treble crochets in there. And I hope I have enough. I don't know how that happened. Dadgummit. Well, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to. I'm going to join. Go ahead and join. I'm going to make it work. And my little secret going to take care of that. So your chain 5 at the very beginning counts as your first treble. So when you get back here to your very last corner, you're only going to add 2 trebles because your chain 5 counts as a treble and a chain 1 space.
Any changes to the printed pattern? Yes.
Yes, and where they do have double crochets here, I don't.
We're doing double crochets.
Yeah, we're doing doubles, and I don't know how they start their corners off either. I can look right quick. I do have a pattern. Oh, see, they do chain 4, 2 trebles in the same space, chain 3, 3 trebles in the same space. But if you do 3 chains in the corners, y'all, you're going to have a big hole there. Because your trebles is going to open it up anyway. And if you did a chain in the corners, you're going to have gigantic holes. See, my holes are not that big. These squares were made just like we're doing tonight. Right here. So we're now, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fix this. I got some fabric glue. This is a little secret. This little tail here.
Fabric glue. It's a hot glue, guys.
It's hot glue, but it's fabric glue. And I'm going to run a small amount. Well, I better wait. So I get the next row done.
Yes. Instead of the half double, we're using double crochets.
Yeah.
In that middle set.
And instead of doing chain 3 in the corners, we're only chaining 1. So now with your next color.
Because keeping them all double crochets will give it more of a square edge all the way around where that half double pulls it in a little bit.
Starting in any corner space. Yes, Sherry, in that middle that middle stitch here in between your corners. Instead of doing half doubles, do doubles. And see, it already, if you just look at it and you pull your corners, you got a square. And when you join to the fourth chain, because you got to have that one chain for your chain one space right there. Right there. And I don't never start in the same corner that I cut my yarn from. I always start in a new corner. So I'm going to come over here.
I do the same thing, Jeannie.
And bring in my new. That way you don't have all that bundled up in one spot. And if you weave in your ends, then you're weaving them in different places, and you won't have a bulk of weave ends in the same place. So I'm going to bring my new yarn in, and we're going to chain 3. And we're going to work 2 double crochets into that very first corner. Just 2, 3. We're going to go to the next space and work 3 double crochets. And I'm working over my tail. We're going to go into the next space and work 3 doubles. In the next space, 3 doubles. And this is round 5. And in the next space, we're going to work 3 doubles. So now what we're doing is basically the granny square stitch. Making it into a granny square. Now, a lot of patterns using this does the all double crochets across. Now, if you want to do all doubles, do so. But you are only going to do 2 doubles in the corners instead of 3. And then you'll work a double crochet across every stitch across until you get to the next corner. But I like it with the actual granny stitch. Yeah, I hadn't starched this or nothing, but it's kind of stiff. All right, and then when you get to the corner, you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochets. Go into the next space and work 3 doubles. And do that until you get to your next corner in every space. And in the corner space, you're going to work 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. Pull that little tail out because I'm going to take care of you. So to make a 7-inch square using a 4-weight yarn 4.5 millimeter hook, we'll do 7 rounds. And that's from the very first round to the very last one. 7 total. Emily Noel.
How dare they, Lori?
It's hot out. You burn yourself? Nope, because that one ain't even on. She pulled my hot glue gun down. Luckily, the one she pulled down was not on, huh? Bad butt. Bad butt. Bad. You're a bad girl. Where you at now?
I pulled back and done that half double crochet section because mine wasn't squaring off.
You did have double crochet? Cynthia?
Okay.
No, I was reading Lori. She says, I pulled back and done the half double crochet section because mine wasn't squaring off.
Really?
She says it seems to be working now, but I'm behind.
Okay, so I just did row 5. And so I'm at 6.5 inches. Let me measure on my bag.
What size hook are you using?
Huh?
What size hook are you using?
A 4.5.
You must be a loosey-goosey.
Probably.
Let's see. Because I'm only at 5 inches, 5.25 inches. $4.5, Miss Debbie.
It fits my bag, so I'm not going any further.
All right, when you get here, now you can change colors without joining to the first one. Go in that top loop of that V and underneath that first loop there. Now we're going to bring the marigold back in. Lay it on top of your hook and pull it through. And then join to the top of that third chain with a slip stitch and pull this out just like that. That's if you are going to slip stitch over to that chain. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you what you do. You can still change your color out like that. But instead of joining, you're going to work a single crochet. So pull up a loop, wrap, and pull through both loops. That's going to be your chain 1. Now chain 3 and go right back into that space and work 3 doubles or 2 doubles, just like that. And just continue working your granny stitches around.
Yes, Lori. Bree says stop.
Okay. let me get this stitch done. Yeah, 7 inches.
Sherry, no, a treble crocheting round? What do you mean?
Let me do a recap of what we've done so far, y'all. You start with a magic circle or a chain 4 or 5, depending on how tight you crochet. If you do a chain 4 or 5, you join to the first chain to make a circle. If you do the magic circle, you chain 3 and you work 15 double crochets into the magic circle for a total of 16. If you do chain 4, chain 5 and form a ring, you do 16 double crochets inside that ring. Once you do that, you're going to work 16 puff stitch in between each double crochet, not in the top of them, but in between each double crochet. The puff stitch is done by wrapping your hook and going into the stitch 4 times. You'll have 9 loops on your hook. After you do your first puff stitch, you chain 1 in between each puff. Thank you, Granny D. Once you have completed your 16 puff stitches, you join to the top of the first one. If you're not changing colors, you just slip stitch to the chain 1 space. You chain 3 and you complete 3 double crochets uncompleted. So you're not finishing your double crochet to do a 4 double crochet cluster. You're going to chain 2 and do 4 double crochet together, cluster. You will have 16 total and join with slip stitch. Then you're going to chain 5. And see, I don't even know where my corner started at. I think here. I don't know. I can't tell. Nope. Nope. Here. You're going to chain 5, which is going to count as your first treble and your chain 1 space. You're going to work 3 trebles into that same space. Then you're going to skip to the next space and work 3 doubles. The next space, work 3 doubles. The next space, work 3 doubles. And in that corner, you're going to work 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles. And the same thing. In the next 3 spaces, you'll work 3 double crochets. You'll get to the next corner and work 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles. 3 double crochets in the next 3 spaces, 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles. You'll do that all the way till you get back to your beginning corner. And you will work 2 treble crochets. And you will join to the 4th chain of your beginning chain. And you will cut your yarn and you will bring in your new color anywhere on the thing that you want to. If you start in a corner, you work 3 double crochets, chain 3, work 2 doubles. Then you will end up doing 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 3 double crochets. Then a corner, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles. Then you'll do 4, then a corner, all the way around to the beginning. And you're basically going to repeat that until your square gets 7 inches. I know the pattern says to chain 3 in the corners. If you do, you're going to have a big hole. And I know it says do half double crochets in this 3rd set right here. I like
middle.
doing all.
Yeah.
And that's my square so far. Hey, Miguel.
Hey, Miguel.
Yes, Sherry. The pattern itself is only the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th row. To make it bigger, you're adding the granny stitch rows around. Now, if you don't want to do granny stitch rows, you could do it, all double crochets until your corner, and do your corner and then keep going and make it a solid double. I had it on this bag, but I took it off, but I can show you what I'm talking about. I guess I can't because I took them out of that one and I hadn't made anything else with it like that. I don't think. Let me check one more bag. You better let me know you behind me, good. You like to be a stalker. Nope, not even that bag is made like that. The one I had the solid, I did solid round. I took it out because I put it on this bag. But right here above this row, I had did a row of solid double crochets, meaning I did 2 doubles in the corner and then 1 double in every stitch to the next corner. And then 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles, and then a double. So, these right here were made doing it the way I'm showing y'all to do it tonight. 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles, and then just regular double crochets with a chain 1 in the corners. When I do granny squares, y'all, I never chain in between the cluster groups here. Never.
I don't either.
And I tend to use a smaller hook so the holes are not as big. What you got? Where are you discovering this stuff at, little girl? Y'all, she pulled the hammer out today on me. And then you just join with it in a corner and make your chain 3 and work 2 doubles to start your corner out. And then you just continue with the granny stitches all the way around, just like you would a normal granny square.
I'm gonna call Emily Hercules Jr.
I didn't have to ball up yarn, and she had it tangled up with my thing that you put the what you call it on the duster thing on. So I had to untangle it out of her and the thing, and then and ball it back up.
Hi Pam, how did you do?
Hey, Pam.
So this is round 6.
I'm satisfied with my square.
And that's the thing about these. You make them as big as you want.
It's just enough to go a little bit over the bag, but it's pretty much right on point. I did a single crochet row around. Sanja, we're only doing 2, but yes, Lori, if you want to make it with this, but you can make the square as big as you want, and Jeannie's going to show you guys how to line it without the cheater's way.
Without the bag.
Yeah, this will be lined with fabric. And this is the fabric that I picked for it right here. I think that looks pretty good with it.
That's perfect. and it's got all the colors. I love it.
It does.
Yep. And only thing you're gonna need is a fat quarter. You're not gonna need a yard of yarn. You can just get a fat quarter. And we'll line it with fabric. But now you will have to sew either by hand or by sewing machine your lining, but you will not sew the lining to the back to the squares. We're gonna hot glue them to the squares. Now I do have the fabric glue. But let me tell y'all something. You can get it from Hobby Lobby, 50 sticks for $4.99 instead of 18 sticks for $10 off Amazon. And the fabric glue, hot glue, is they're fabric glue sticks for hot glue guns, and they are machine washable.
Yes.
Still not dryable, but they are. You can wash it. And I would rather be able to wash it and lay it flat to dry than not be able to wash it or dry it at all. She been in here bullying me. Like always.
Yes. Oops. Mine is the Sherban clear sticks, but on the back you have to look. It'll say what is it's usable for. You can use it for lace, ribbon, floral, fabric, and foam on low heat. Or you can use it on wood, plastic, and metal, ceramics, and leather on high heat. I have a low heat temp glue gun, so it works. And just to show you done, where'd my bag go? This is what I made with my bag. Hi, Dee. Oh no, be careful.
Be careful, Dee.
Here's my bag that I made with this granny square.
Good night, Granny Dee.
Good night.
Good night, Granny.
Hi, Karen. Welcome in.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
All right, I'm going to show y'all how to change that color out here too. Now, what I do is I pick my colors in the order that I want them to go in. And then once I get through with row 4, I just start back from the center color and go out. And because it's only 7 rows, I'll end with this marmalade color, the orange. And y'all be able to see this real good now. All right. We're going to go through this. We're going to split that V at the top through that first loop. We're going to go through that next vertical loop right here. And sometimes it can be a little tricky to get in. Just like that. Lay your new yarn on top and pull it through both of those loops. Now pull your old color out. Insert. Pull up a loop. Wrap, pull through both. You're making a chain 1 for your corner stitch. And then chain 3 and work 2 double crochets. Now, did y'all see that good?
Absolutely, Sherry. Sherry, if you haven't noticed, I wear this thing every day. Awesome. Uh-oh. She must be yelling at Emily.
Oh. She lose sound?
No. Somebody was using the bathroom.
Oh.
And now we're just going to keep going around our square. And this will be my last row.
Aw, you don't have to, but thank you. My hair is growing out a lot from me putting this in a ponytail.
Yes, Bree, row 7 is the same as row 6. After row 4, if you do this, you just keep going for as big as you want your square to be.
Jeannie, what is the difference if I start my rounds in the middle instead of the corner? No difference. As long as you start with the chain 2, you're good to go. Or in between the granny squares.
You can start on the side and do your 3 doubles and then carry on until you get to the corner. I know a lot of people don't like starting in the corner of a granny square. They would rather start on the side. And that's perfectly fine.
Right, Sherry. She says she thinks it's easier to start on the side too.
Yeah. What is, whatever. I like to say whatever floats your boat.
Your preference.
Now see, this is one side completed on my square here. And it's square. Now I do tend to crochet tighter when I do
Hi, Susan Burke.
squares. Why? I have no idea. Hey, Susan.
Hi, Sheila. Welcome in.
Hey, Sheila. We're working on a sunburst granny square to make a bag in honor of Sylvia.
I love it. She says, driving up in your driveway, please open the front door, and gave you a thumbs up.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here with us.
Thank you, Sheila. I always love her greeting. Thank you, Miss Debbie.
Thank you, Cindy, for welcoming everyone.
And this is the Hirschner's Antiquity worsted yarn that I am using.
She did pick some pretty colors, didn't she?
Hi, Mishi.
Hey, Mishi.
Hey, Michi. Thank you, Tank. And then you'll chain 1 and join with a slip stitch. I always join to that first actual double crochet, y'all. Cut your yarn, and you should have a 7-inch square if you crochet like I do. If you don't, you may have a little more bigger of a square, but that is mine. And 7 inches.
Sherry says, I was thinking it might be sturdier in cotton, but I am sick of cotton right now.
Well, doing with a 4.5 millimeter hook and like this is pretty stiff. So, and these right here are stiff too. They're not flimsy. And these are 4-weight yarns. So that's the first one. Now, what about all these tails? Told y'all weave over the ends as you go. Where's the end of this one? Right here. Show you what I'm going to do. Because we're going to line this. Now, if you're not lining this, don't do this. But because I'm lining this bag, I'm going to put me a little bit of this hot glue across here. Just a little. And I'm going to lay that tail on there.
Vicky says she likes your direction better.
And I'm going to let that secure.
That's kind of why we play around with the patterns a little bit before we come and do them with you guys, is to make sure they're going to work out right and see if we need to make any adjustments.
Now this is where I join my new color. So I am actually going to weave this end a little bit. And I'm not gluing it.
Absolutely.
This
Hi,
was that
Mom.
little red that I had left. I'm going to glue it though. Because I don't want
fabric glue and a glue
It's
stick.
a fabric glue stick.
Mine is cream color. I'm going to get, now you, Miss Debbie, for this, you can just use regular hot glue. You don't have to have the fabric glue for this. The fabric glue, though, is a lot more stickier than the regular hot glue is. But that was that little red that I did not get to chain 1 before I joined. After I joined it, I didn't get to chain my chain 1 and lock it. So that's going to lock it for me. And any one that I have been able to crochet over any distance before I cut it, I'm just going to glue it a little bit. But
Sherry, don't feel bad because Jeannie did the same thing at the beginning of the live. So
yep.
Just pull it out and restart row 2 because I'm on row 2 as well on my second square.
And on these 2, I'm going to just tie them and cut. It's not going to hurt anything. They're not going to come through because we're going to line it. And we might get some bad comments after the live and people watch the replay, but
we're not worried about that.
I'm not telling you nothing that I haven't done and tried and it actually works.
What's you're that saying? They can get happy in the same pants they got fussy in.
They can get happy in the same drawers they got mad in. Even if it takes them a week, and put them same drawers back on. Now
You
this
are
one,
so welcome, Chris.
I'm gonna weave in because I didn't crochet over it. So we got to weave it in.
Right, Debbie?
You would rather have it secured and not come apart than you would not have it secured and then it fall apart when somebody washes it.
Sherry, I use variegated, and this is how mine turned out.
And
it
I
looks
started.
like I changed colors, but I didn't because I work smarter, not harder. Just kidding.
And I started to use a variegated with this, but and you know what else this is good for? You see how I crocheted over that tail there, over that yarn, and I secured the end of it with that glue. Guess what? You ain't got to worry about it working out because the tail is secured. So you're not going to pull that back out. Nowhere. Bree said, okay, got mine done and it's 8.5 inches. Yeah.
Bree, I stopped at row on the first row. I must be a looser crocheter. I'm a loose hooker.
When I do granny squares, y'all, I crochet them tight. If you look at my squares, they really look like half double crochet. If you look at my stitches, they really look like half doubles.
I'm a tight crocheter, but using this 3-weight, it's got a little bit of play in it.
See that? And let's see, does it match up with that one? Perfect.
Nice.
Look. Boop.
Wait, you had blue on that one. I love it.
This the squares that I made last night.
Oh.
I said, let's see, does it match up to the ones that I've already made?
Oh, I see.
Size.
Yeah. And the only thing you got to do is just pull your corners a little bit. I'm waiting on my other glue gun to heat up before I move forward. Let's see. I need to weave this one in.
I had to take a call from my boss in the beginning, so I'm on the last row now. I changed this square up a little bit from the other one, and I like it. I'll show you in just a minute.
And this is the yarn where I changed colors. So I'm going to weave it in just to give it a little more security.
Sherry, a tip for you is to make sure they're the same size. Do it in one sitting. You have to do them both at the same time. Otherwise, you do one, come back the next day, one's going to be either smaller or bigger than the other.
Because your tension will change up depending. Yeah. Anytime you have to make something in pairs, it's always best to do it at the same time.
All right. So now, just using my regular glue, I'm going to go here with just a smidge. Lay it on top. And push it down. And you're not doing the entire string. You're just doing a little bit and then cut.
Really?
These two little bees that I knotted. I'm going to do a little streak. Put that one down.
My hook got squeaky.
Oh.
And you see I'm using very little because we don't want to use a lot to where that it gets into your fabric and comes through on the front. And it's not real hot, y'all. I know y'all probably like. I know, Karen, I want the cordless one too.
I will not pay that much for a cordless.
Me either. That's why I'm using these two cordless. This is a Sure Bonder, and I like it. It gets really hot. And then I have a Gorilla Glue, a Gorilla one. And that's the one I got the fabric in. And now we're going to do this one. And this one ain't got heated up real good yet. I don't reckon she unplugged it some.
Sherry, they have cordless glue guns? Yes.
Yes. And you see I'm doing whatever tail it is on the color yarn that it matches. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the clear fabric glue stick because I don't like that white look of it. And when you do your last one, make sure you do it at the bottom of your stitches because you don't want to seal the top of them up. Or you won't be able to work into it when you get ready to join them.
Hi, Sue, Mama Susu.
Hey, Mama Susu.
Hey, Mama Susu.
Good night, Miss
Good night,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Good night, Miss Debbie.
Are we going to finish tonight? It's already 9
We
o'clock.
didn't dance for Debbie.
Now, my final tail I weave in, y'all.
Hold on, Debbie. Before you go, let's play the music for you.
Yes.
Yes, let's dance for you.
Oh, here it is. Yay.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Miss Debbie.
Wasn't there another
So
person
here's
that
one
did
I
the super
did.
chat? Oh, we got to play one for Taylor as well.
Oh, I like that, Cynthia. Yeah, Taylor. And I'm going to start my second square, y'all.
We'll do one more time for Taylor, and then we can discuss if we want to do the second square. Yeah? where'd
Paula
it
said,
go?
I never use gum with crochet. Hey, Michi, as long as it still works, honey.
That means you got a good one. It's lasting.
Yeah. And Paula, it's a glue gun, but it's glue. The glue sticks that you get is for fabric.
Yeah, it's fabric glue. That's right, Mars. She says she's got a couple older ones too, and they may not be pretty, but they work just fine.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I'm using a 4.5D.
I use 3-weight yarn, but I used a 5mm hook. So let me show you the difference between my two. This is the one I did tonight.
Let me make you
And this
solo.
is the one. Oh. So this is the one I did tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one that I'm doing, that I'm going to make a big project bag out of. So they look a little different. But this is the one I'm going to make a little boho bag out of. And this one I'm going to keep going bigger. And look, Bree, I love my yarn holder. I use it with every project. All right, we can take me off solo.
She said that sucker gets hot. Yep, 4.5.
I have a question going to row 3. It says hook into the previous chain 2. I don't have any chains 2. It should be a chain 1.
Yeah,
so
chain 1.
You did the 16 double crochets, and then you did the puff stitch with the chain 1 in between each one. I just finished row 2. I'm going on row 3, and I slip stitch to the top of the puff.
Yeah, and I just did the second circle with 16 double crochets.
And by the way, doing that 3-weight yarn with the 5mm hook, this one was right at 7 inches.
Mm-hmm. Chain 1 and then do your puff stitch. Chain 1.
Hi, Renee.
Hi, Renee.
Hey, Renee.
I'm going Tank. I'm going Friday to get some bags. My big one I'm going to line with material like Jeannie's going to show us, and then the smaller one I'm going to use the bag from Hobby Lobby.
Now the 7 inch is too big for the bags from Hobby Lobby like this, y'all. If you're planning on using the Hobby Lobby bag, it's the 7 inches is too big for it. You would need to stop at row 6. Yep. That $1.50 time. You would need to stop at row 6 if you're going to be using this bag to line with.
Good night, Cindy.
So right now in the chat, let me know who is going to get one of these bags from Hobby Lobby to do their lining with, because if that's what you're going to do, then that's going to be 2 separate ways of putting it together and making it into a bag, because Once you make your squares and we do this bag, there's other steps that you got to do.
Yep. And for me, I am going to do it with this bag. What I did was the first 4 rows. And then for the 5th row, I did the granny square stitch with a chain 2 in the corners. And then that got me to, what did I say? 5 inches?
Mhm.
No, 6 inches. Let me double check. No. It got me to 6, and then I did a single crochet. Okay. Everybody's
Most of them are going to
basically
just
gonna
line it.
just line it.
Okay.
But maybe next week we can show them how to line it with the fabric, and the following week we can show them how to do it with the bag.
Yeah. Because I'll have to make 2 more squares to fit the bag.
I also wanted to share a tip on like using the yarn ball holders, because Sanita asked me, when I'm using more than 1 ball of yarn on it, how do I keep it from tangling and spinning around the dowel when I'm using it? When I'm not using a color, I have it actually tucked in. And so the only one that's loose is the one I'm actually using and pulling from. So as the dowel spins, these are just flipping, but they're tucked in to the yarn itself. The tails are tucked in. So that's a little helpful tip.
So if you're going to use the little canvas bags with the zipper, you can do both your squares today, and then we'll continue with making the rest of the bag next week. Just what I do is basically just hold the square up to the bag and see if it reaches from side to side. If it doesn't, keep going. If it does, stop.
Because you still got to put your squares together.
Yeah, you do have to put your squares together. So just, mine is at 6.5 inches, and I just did the single crochet. This is exactly 6.5. But when you join it, it will be 7. You can do that too, Tank. Yep.
And we're also going to make the strap before we line it. And we're going to attach the strap in the bag before we line it. That way, when we line it, the lining will cover up the strap on the inside, which is going to add more stability to the strap.
Karen says that her Dollar Tree has those bags, but they're in colors. That's good to know.
Really?
Well, you can get that too. Dollar Tree has bag like that. With the zipper too? If it does, save your 25 cents or 49 cents and go to Dollar Tree and get them.
My Dollar Tree has them in like a butterfly print. I got some of them.
Hi, Christine. No.
Hey, Fairy.
Hey, Fairy Faylin.
Yeah, Christine. Christina.
Yeah,
Sorry, Christina.
Christina. But she did ask me one day in a live if we would just call her Fairy.
Fairy. Oh, yeah.
My fairy, my fairy. All right, so there's my 2 rows. Now, I do like this Hirschner's Antiquity yarn, but that Mary Maxim Afghan yarn. Oh, heck no. That stuff rough like sandpaper. All right. Now we're doing the 4 double crochets together. Clusters. Now we chain 2.
It's I don't know. I feel
What?
like she's asking if they're cord nylon. I think so.
On what? These bags from Hobby
Yeah.
Lobby? No, they're cotton.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're cotton. That is cotton. Three strands wrapped together.
Good night, Tank.
Good night, Tank.
Hi, Tina.
Yeah, I have the ones that's got like butterflies on them, Karen, from Dollar Tree.
Oh, Dollar Tree one is nylon.
The Dollar Tree straps are nylon.
I mean, it's 49 cents more to get this canvas bag from Hobby Lobby, and it's very sturdy. So I'm not sure of the quality of the one at Dollar Tree. I may just go check it out. But
It's only 19 cents more actually, because the Dollar Tree is $1.25 and they're $1.49 at Hobby Lobby.
oh,
True.
I forgot
True,
about the
true.
25 cents.
Yeah.
Hi, Mara. Did I say hi to you?
I think you did when she came in.
Yeah, we did when she first came in. We spoke to her. Mara.
Bree says, question. So the round Jeannie is on 4 double crochet together and chain 1 in between.
2. Chain 2.
Chain 2.
Chain 2, Bree.
Oh, that's cool, Aisha.
What'd she say?
She used the
Okay. The Wonder Knitter from
5-quarter
Clover.
store. Where'd it go? I used the Wonder Knitter from Clover to do the I-cord for her mini bag. That's cool.
That's cute, Sherry. She said she's heard some people call it the 5-quarter store.
I might just start calling it the 5-quarter store too.
I know, right?
Aw.
The $1.25 store.
I'm going to the 5-quarter store.
If you do your 4 double crochets, chain 2 on round 3.
Can you guys hear my crochet hook squeaking?
Mm-mm.
I can't hear
But
it.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, my store
Very
closest
true,
to me
Sherry.
has 2 rows of the 5 and under section. I believe it. then it's gonna be called the Dollar General.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen.
Hi, Roxy. Hi. Welcome in.
How was the fair tonight?
Did you get blue?
She got 2 blues and 2 reds. So we're going to need to go to her Facebook page and vote for her. She did good, good, good. No surprise there, though.
Nisi, hi. Welcome.
Hey, Nisi.
Shake the nuts down. I'm hungry.
Oh, not your page? Well, the link, you'll have a link on your Facebook page for us to go to, though, right?
I didn't know you was in there. I thought I had the bag, one of those bags that she's talking about back there, but I don't. They're in my shed.
Yes,
Gotcha,
please,
Jen.
Jen.
She's going to put the link on her community page.
Hey, Jen.
So y'all please go vote for her.
Yeah, and Jen, please type joy. So everybody here, all 46 people in the house, can go join your family and check out your community tab.
So I'm on now the row to make it a square. So I'm going to chain 5.
How?
I did know that, Jen.
And I'm going to work 3 trebles in that space.
How did she beat me? I was so ahead of her.
And then I'm going to work 3 double crochets in each space for the next 3 spaces.
Okay.
And then my 3 trebles. Chain 1 and 3 trebles.
I like this square better. The colors are working out better.
Oh,
Oh
no,
no.
they got tonight.
Were you dancing in the rain at least?
Hey, Nisi.
Rain. Jeannie crochets as fast as Flash runs.
Oh, I see. Almost finished it without doing my last cluster.
I am definitely a conscientious crocheter. I am not as fast as Jeannie.
Oh, I'm definitely conscientious. Now, if my stitches don't look right, I rip it out and I redo it. Like I look and if my stitches don't appear to be all the same height, I rip it out. I think my stitches have to be the same height.
Well, that sounds like fun, Karen. She's going to go spend time with her brother in a few weeks and see his friends. And they've got 2 baby calves.
Ooh.
Ooh. I love baby cows. They so purty. I used to have a cow as a pet.
It's not my brother, but my Marine son is on his way home, and we get to see him either tomorrow or Friday. He might be here for movie night. So excited about that. I'm working on my bigger one, you guys. This looks so country. I might have to make some pillows out of this. You know? Not pretty?
Yeah. It's very pretty. I love it.
It's
You
got
got
that
enough
country
yarn to
feel.
make a pillow, a blanket, and a bag.
Shoot, I do too, because these are 489-yard balls of yarn. And it's soft too, y'all. It is very soft. It is, I like the antiquity. It's better than their Hirschner's worsted. The antiquity yarn is.
I didn't like
when
the
you get through your,
worsted.
I don't like their Hirschner's worsted, but their antiquity is better.
Hey, Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany.
When you go to your first corner that you started, you're only going to put 2 trebles in there. Hey, Tiffany. And then you'll join in the 4th chain. And I'm just cutting, y'all. I'm not doing the other color change thing. So that is row 4. Now that right there literally completes the square. Down pieces. Okay, y'all. I have all the yarn packed and a smaller bag for my clothes. Right.
She knows what's important.
We do
right.
yarn going with us than we do clothes, right? Because I mean, we do crochet, right? So we're not getting dirty. We can't at least wear the same clothes more than one time. Just hang them up and spray some Febreze on them. Right. It would make cute coasters. Also, y'all, you could take part 1, 2, and 3 and turn them into face scrubbies. I'm just saying.
So many things. So many things.
You're going to be gone for a week. Where are you going? I'm being nosy now. Yeah, but I found this cute little tutorial on YouTube for face scrubbies.
She said 30 skeins should be enough, right?
For a week? I probably wouldn't take that much. And this is the little face scrubby that I found on YouTube. It's by Diving Ducks Crochet.
That's
it's just
pretty.
3 rows.
Oh, she's going to get in the bird, so she'll be staying in a cabin. Just a crochet in heaven.
Oh, yeah. This is what we were going to start out making tonight. Was this little... Sherry says she must be going on a very boring vacation. It is, Tiffany. I love... Look, these are my colors. Autumn colors, earth tones. Those are my colors. There's the first one that I made.
Well, that's my type of vacation. If that's what you call boring, I'm a boring person. Sorry. You know, when I went to Colorado, my sister said, you cannot bring your yarn. What did I do? I bought my...
I would have said, well, if I can't bring my yarn, then I can't come. So
No, I brought my yarn bag that says, if I can't bring my yarn, I'm not going. I had 2 blue skeins of yarn in there and my clover hook. I made a hat.
They will like those, Sanja.
And then I bought more yarn when I was there.
Hey, we're going to Mobile Friday, and trust and believe the husband will be driving, and I will be sitting over there looking pretty and crocheting. I don't know about looking pretty, but I'll be over there crocheting.
One time we were driving down the interstate and I was crocheting and we got stopped in a traffic, like a car accident. So we were stopped on the road and this truck driver pulled up beside us and he started blowing his horn and we looked over and I rolled down the window and he actually wanted to watch me crochet while we were sitting there. It was kind of weird, but it was kind of cool.
My husband literally seen a woman in Louisiana in her car driving down the interstate. They was in a traffic stop too, but she was driving now. And she was crocheting. And he said when she would start out, she'd just use her knee on her leg on the steering wheel and she'd just keep crocheting.
Oh my God. I mean,
I was like, because he said, have you ever done that before? I said, no, sir, I have not. If I'm driving, I'm driving. I'm not even thinking about no crochet.
Good night, Missy.
Good night, Missy.
Welcome in, Cricket.
Hey, Cricket. Somebody loves you, Missy.
Yes. Nugs. Sorry.
Remember to only chain one in your corners so you don't have a big gaping hole there.
Okay. Me too, Bree. I got one more side to do.
These squares work up. Good night, Candy. These squares work up really fast once you get the hang of them. Thank you, Cricket. Once you make the first one, they tend to become mindless after that. My brain is having a ball. I'm making puffs where the clusters go.
I did that too. Hi, Alicia. Good night.
Hey,
good night, Alicia.
Good night.
Crystal's a pencil holder too. She's a speed demon on those hooks though.
Who, Crystal?
Yeah.
There's row 5.
Wanda says, I might be thinking about it, but I can't crochet and drive. It's not safe to do that either.
No, Miss Wanda, especially not in that big truck.
Right. Good night, Sanja.
Okay, Miss Sherry. See, I'm going to start here on the side of my work just to show you that it doesn't matter if you start on the side of your work or if you start on the corner. Good night, Sanja.
Oh, I can't wait to see that, Lori. Good night, Sanja.
Lori, I did that with something that I made. I did like when I made Dave's Crochet's bag, I did all the squares at the same time. I did all my centers, and then I did row 2 on all of them, and then row 3. And by the time I got finished, I had all my squares made.
Dawn says she will wave Cynthia as she goes past.
Oh. Well, I will wave back.
Wave and toot your horn. Toot, toot. Thank you, Mara.
Thank you, Mara.
Mara, yay! Thank you. Let me get you on the list.
We finish the stitch and we'll dance for her.
All right. Mara, this is going to be for you and Taylor because I think I never played it for Taylor.
You got it?
Yeah. I was dancing to the beat.
I'm dancing
too.
too. Yeah. See.
I was dancing and yawning.
Pass one to my mouth, please, Bree.
Fairy, I actually use my finger for my tensions. That's why you're constantly seeing it move. And I also utilize my hook.
Dawn says she's going to stop at the spinnery and the winery, but not necessarily in that order. Laugh out loud.
Nice.
Now, do the yarnery first because you might, if you go to the winery first, you might not make it to the yarnery. All right. Yeah.
For this one, China is September 24th.
Yeah, I actually use my finger to tighten up my yarn. And my hook too sometimes. That's why I
Good
have to
night,
feel
Wanda.
my hook on my finger. Good
Good
night,
night,
Miss
Wanda.
Wanda.
Should we do our questions and stuff since so many people are having to leave?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, my question is gonna be easy.
Well, you ask your
Go-
questions first. You
go
want
ahead
to
with
just
your first one then.
are we just gonna do first answer correct, or are we gonna do StreamYard?
Just do the first answer correct.
Okay.
What's the name of this yarn I'm using? Not the color, but the brand.
I'm watching.
She says I have to go get the yarn first. Wine could take all of my money. I have to keep my priorities
Crystal
straight.
got it.
Yay, Crystal!
Hold on, hook that yarn.
Give Crystal some bubbles. Maybe.
All right. My next question is, where am I originally from?
Spelling doesn't matter as long as we can figure out what it is.
Crystal says heaven. Bree got it. No, wait, Jen got it. Who do you see
I
first?
see, who you see first, Cynthia?
I see Jen first.
Okay.
And third question is, I have a cat that I talk about a good bit. What is his name? Him and Emily are good buddies. And I'll give you a hint.
Liz
His
says,
name.
hi, Liz.
Hey, Liz.
Hey, Liz. Look,
From
from
your
your
mother's
mother's
moon.
moon. Chris's kaleidoscope got it. And I ain't even had to give the hint.
Yeah.
Simba. Y'all, he's so darn sweet. He lets Emily just do whatever she wants to do to him.
Okay. Cynthia, you want to go next?
All right.
Oh, wait. Renee, refresh. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I made a baby blanket and a dress using yarn from Lion Brand in the colorway Circus Print from the A Star is Born brand. I put an embellishment on the dress. Who did I get the embellishment from?
I know.
Oh, thank you, Chris. I'm excited he's coming. Cannot wait.
And
He
there's
had
my
already been here, but he had a fire blowout in Mississippi.
Are you keeping an eye on the chat?
I am.
I don't see
no
it
one
yet.
knows it yet. And they're the same size, y'all.
It was on my Yarn Joy Adventures video. I can show you the dress.
Tigger is his daddy, Sandrine.
Here's the dress, and here's the embellishment.
Chris, let me
And
make
I-
you solo.
Here's the dress.
Chris said Jeannie.
And there's the embellishment that I put on it.
And Jen says
said
I
to her,
haven't watched it yet.
But the question was, who did she get the embellishment from?
It's a very special lady in my life.
Timu, Frozen.
No, it wasn't Sylvia, but she was a special lady.
Well, I'm gonna weave my ends in while y'all see. Dawn P says mother-in-law.
It wasn't my mother-in-law, but you're close.
I feel you down there, Emily.
I feel like we should give it to her anyway.
Jen says mom.
Yes, it was my mom. She
Okay.
went through a lot of her craft stuff about a month and a half ago and gave me a ton of stuff, and that was in there. So it was my mom. So Jen gets it.
Okay.
All right. My next question. Y'all didn't watch the video. You're not going to get this one either, but in the Yarn Joy Adventures, I also said that I was a big fan of Who because I was making a bunch of removable towel toppers, and I had a lot of her towels. But who is it?
I know.
Who am I a big fan of?
Hey Gwen, welcome in. Mama knows best.
Gwen.
Hey Gwen.
Bree got it.
Pioneer woman.
Yes,
Yep.
Bree. Good job. It is Pioneer Women. I am a big Pioneer Woman fan. All right. My third question comes from my super chat celebrating Joy Friend giveaway that was Sunday. And I said, what did I say was one of my biggest pet peeves?
This one is funny as crap, y'all. Sorry, Cynthia, I still had you solo.
Oh, I wasn't even looking. But thank you for taking it off.
Here's a hint. It happened today.
That's what makes it so funny.
Well, together we were.
Not weaving in ends. No.
Because I was in StreamYard at 7:30.
I said
No,
it was
it's
my
not
fault.
weaving in ends.
It has something to do with time. Taking
That's
over
a good
people.
one, Jen. Talking over people.
On
Yep.
time.
Bree's got it again.
Being late.
Being late. Yes. Being late is a huge pet peeve of mine. And most of my friends know that if they get somewhere and I'm not there, something's happened. Because I usually always beat them there.
Okay.
Good
Ready for
night,
my
China.
questions?
Good
My
night,
question
China.
is, because I didn't really post a lot of videos, I just did shorts. And everybody's refreshed and ready to go because we're going to go by the first person to enter that we see on our side. What was on my shirt that I said yes to? Nope. Nope.
She does have that one, Karen. I'm cold. But that wasn't
Hey,
it.
AJ.
Hi, AJ.
AJ. Right, Sandrine?
Sandrine said mine too. I hate lateness.
Crystal got it.
Well, I'm sorry, but
I was
I'll
waiting
probably
for
be.
you because you're the only one that commented on it.
I will probably be late to my
Good
own
job,
funeral.
Crystal. Crystal got it.
I'm just
It
saying.
was the Golden Girls. It said
Crystal
yeah.
Golden Girls, yes.
Yes.
Okay, my next question is, I also did a short. I was crocheting flowers. But what was I learning while I was crocheting these flowers?
I don't know that one.
I do. I think you do too, Jeannie.
Bree got it.
Yep. Spanish.
Oh,
Thank you, Bree, for supporting our channel and watching our videos. Puto. Also, yeah, I was trying to, but it wasn't working. Okay, last question is, on my last short, I just got home from work and I spent time with the dogs. What did I say Alaska was leaving all over the place?
oh, I definitely know that answer. Well, she leaves all over the place all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She actually rubbed her. Jen got it.
Yep. Yep.
Wait,
There.
Yeah, Jen was first.
what Krista was trying to say: fuzz, fuzzy, yarn, pellets, hair.
Drool.
We'll
Now,
go
if
with
y'all say
hair.
yarn,
It's
y'all talking
technically
about
fur,
Jeannie.
but I said fur in the video, but I will let hair fly. Because it is her hair.
Who said
Actually,
fur?
no.
Fur.
Did anybody say fur?
I don't see fur. Maribel said nuggets. Oh, Fuzzy's
Yeah.
mean hair. I don't.
Don P said you said nuggets in the video.
No, I didn't. I'm giving it to Jen, guys. We can rewatch it together. Let me pull it up real quick.
Oh no, Sherry. Bye, AJ.
Decision. Go eat or crochet. Sit out here with the dogs. Come here, Alaska. Come here. Come on. Oh. Okay, where to? All right. Bye. See ya. Look, this is what I do. I just pull a button. Alaska, your fur is getting everywhere.
Your fur's getting everywhere.
Yes, he's ready to go inside and get some meat. Okay, we'll do it up. That was it.
Sherry, it's a good thing this is only a practice. I only have 15 in the center. Yeah, make sure you do 16. Now, to cut your fabric for your square, you want to leave at least a ½ inch on each side because you still got to put it together. And I do the bottom the same way. And the top, I'm going to leave like this until I get my bag completely together because we'll probably go around it with a single crochet row too. So just to shape it up better at the top. But that is,
I remember now. That was Hercules that left his pellets all over the floor.
Good night, Lori.
Bree said
live. I forgot I went live.
Did you do 3 questions, Sanita?
Yep, that was 3.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was only 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did 3.
Golden Girls, Spanish, and fur.
Yep. So now Jeannie needs to drop winner in the chat.
exclamation mark winner. And the winner, chicken dinner is Natural Playmate 61.
Yay!
Now, y'all, when I sew up my bag, when I sew my lining, I don't come all the way up to the top. I stop.
Crystal.
So when I do my fold, I can then close it up. And Crystal is the next winner. Hook that yarn, Crystal. What was that from you, Cynthia?
It was.
Crystal says, I assure you, I am subscribed to this channel. Good night, Dumpy.
Oh, I gotta.
Good night, Dumpy.
Actually, let me go over here. Where did the live go? There you are. Oops. Hi.
I'm going to change my thread out on my sewing machine. I might be able to take this camera over there and let y'all see how it's done on the sewing machine too.
Me, Monty.
Me, Monty. Monty. Woohoo! D is only the pattern for the square. We're constructing the bag. We're putting the bag together and making it.
All right, let's play this for the people that have been added to the wheel. Now remember, you're not getting a physical prize, just being added to the wheel. And make sure you come back on the last Wednesday of the month to see if you are a winner.
Good night, Tiffany. Good night, Cricket.
Good night, Cricket. Good night, Tiffany. Good night to all those that are leaving.
Can you sew yarn to material on your sewing machine?
You can, but you have to have a certain needle for it or it'll gather it up. It'll pucker it up and catch your yarn. I sew the bag by my sewing machine, and then I hot glue the line into the bag once it's done. I was just showing y'all what it's going to look like with the lining. And if y'all don't have any of these clips in your life, as Angie would say, from My Fairy Treasures, get you some.
Get this in your life.
You need
get this in your life. You can get a whole bucket of them like this, 100 pieces, for less than $10 on Amazon. And no, I'm just folding it in to give you an idea of what it's going to look like, but this is not how I will line it.
Yes, Chris, it's the bingo post is on Jeannie's community post. So make sure if you guys want to get into the game, you head on over there. Now remember, once you put your numbers in, wait for my confirmation that I have your numbers. If you don't get a confirmation,
that is what it'll look like on the inside.
Nice.
Just like that. And you don't have to worry about anything falling out or anything like that.
That is a good tip as well, Joy.
Hey, that's good. That is a good tip, Joy. You could do that. Or you could get that other paper that for actual fabric, like the embroidery stuff, that you can back it with. It's called backing paper or something. And you can sew over it and rip it off too. But hey, parchment paper or wax paper would work. I do have some. But yeah. And even if you cut your fabric in one piece like this,
I didn't do any confirmations for this month yet.
I still sew across the bottom. That's why I cut it like this. And then once I sew it, I cut any excess off before we put it in the inside. And you want your bad side to the outside, your thing on top, and you want your good side on the inside, because you want to be able to see. Y'all, that looks real good together, don't it? Only I'd had some purple in there. But that's a perfect color for the lining of this bag. And then we're going to hot glue it to the crochet. But we're going to put our strap in before we ever line it, because I want the lining to be over the strap. It shouldn't say that, Chris, because I changed it.
I'm getting it right now.
It says, please post your 5 numbers from 1 to 75 here on this post, or comment same numbers. If you do not post numbers or comment same numbers by September the 24th, 2023, by 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, you will not be eligible to play bingo. Please read the rules down below. Thank you and good luck to everyone. Stitching Together with Friends Bingo, September the 27th, 2023. And there's 25 comments on it already.
Well, I better get going. It's been a rough week, guys.
Mama J has commented. Miss Tina Camper 14 has. Miss Diane Conley, Handmade Design. Angela Wright, Samantha Stewart, Bree, Kate Hannon, CJ Spice, Paula M, Fairy Faye Lynn, Miss Vicky Tony, Sanja, Jen Reeves, Show Me Confections, Jessica, Karen K. Craft 49, Maribel is Hook, Cricket.
Bree, you don't know yet? I take the easy way out for everything.
G. Porter, Creatively Too, and Cecilia. Those have already commented on it. Do you see it, Chris?
I dropped a link, Chris, so you can go ahead and...
Bree says Sanita is a slacker.
Hey, the deadline is September 24th.
Yeah, well, we've actually been busy. Good night, Dawn.
Awesome. Good night, Dawn.
So I now have my 4 squares. I got to get some yarn out, some fabric out for this one, because it's too big for the little bag. I love these colors. Yeah, I got commissioned to make 4 baby hats. So
It'll be on the video this month. I forgot to add it.
And Bruce says, have y'all seen the Steve Shaw Sanita finished? Something wrong with it?
No. It just gave me such a headache. I just wanted to get it done.
Let me cut my glue guns off before I forget. Oh, this one has to be unplugged. It ain't got an off switch. Dadgummit. Y'all know hot glue likes to keep giving, don't you? And then it becomes like spider webs.
Yeah. That yarn threw up on me 3 times.
Sanita told me about that because what I did was just copied and pasted from the previous one.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Yes, I
Thank
did
you.
finish it.
Bless you. Well, I'm on. I gotta unplug this one. That's why I stopped using it because it ain't got an off switch. I'm too lazy to have to plug it in all the time. I made a little beanie with a pom-pom on top. I've made quite a bit of stuff. Y'all just got to wait for Friday video. I'm actually going to record it tomorrow, and it'll be out Friday morning because we're going to be on the road Friday. So
On the road again.
on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. So I have my yarn, my fabric has been cut, but I'm going to find a different fabric for this one. To do. Let me see, can I get this ball band back on this since I had to work from the outside of it. And now the only other thing is to determine what color yarn you're going to put your squares together with if you change color every row. And because the only one that doesn't have 2 colors in this one is the current color, that's what I will use to finish off my bag with. And when I do the handle, the strap for it, I will probably use all 4 colors.
Good night,
In the strap.
Aisha.
Good night, Aisha. Aisha,
Good night, Aisha.
Aisha, are you going live tomorrow? Oh, Sherry says, I make so many flowers. I have 2.2 to 2.5 gallon zip bags full of flowers. Emily, I'm so scared I'm gonna roll over you. I'm trying to keep my chair where I can just turn.
Talking about flowers, I need to check to see if my Amazon came.
Oh, yeah, let me show y'all how my yarn came from Amazon.
Sanita, by the way, your giveaway prize was supposed to get there today. They sent me a text message that it will be tomorrow. They were running behind.
Yeah, that's happening a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, this was supposed to be here today too, but now it's not going to get here until the 12th.
This was vacuum sealed, y'all. And I'm talking vacuum sealed. Oh, y'all can't see because look at that. It was
That's how
way
mine
flatter
came
than
too.
it.
It was weird.
And it don't have ball bands. And it didn't puff back out.
Oh no, don't say that because I haven't opened mine all the way yet. Look.
No, it didn't puff, but it didn't fluff out. Look, they're still flat.
Oh, well, you know what? I told a story. Mine was not vacuum sealed. And I did open it.
Flat as a
Yarn
glitter.
art flowers? No, I'm actually making bouquets.
Keep meaning to test this and see if it really glows in the dark.
Right, I want to cut my lights out. I'm fixing to.
I
Let's
made
see.
these little flower roses,
That's cute, Sanita.
I'm going dark,
but
y'all.
it was my test. I'm not making out of this yarn.
Now look underneath the camera and see, does it glow?
It does. It's cool. Adios, Maritza.
Good night,
Bye,
Maritza. Ooh, spooky.
Margie's going on tonight, Mishy. Oh, that's right. She did send me a text message for West Coast. And she has a special announcement. That's all I can say.
Who, Margie and Dawn?
You there tomorrow?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it's
I'm
very
curious
glowy.
Well, Sherry, that's probably why it came the way it is, because it was the cheapest. But this is the glow in the dark yarn that we'll be using next month.
Oh, so you're not going?
Oh, it's not dark enough in here.
So you're not doing it with her, Mar. Because wasn't that what you and her were doing, the West Coast Wednesday?
It's not dark enough.
Boots.
Too many candles burning.
Oh, you announced last week. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I tell y'all what,
Hey,
if all y'all...
Hi.
Hey, Angel Renee, you made it back.
Hi, Angel.
Now I'm getting hot, guys. Usually I'm freezing.
Yeah.
So I'm on my last row of this bag. I mean, the last row of this square.
It's 11 o'clock here, so I'm going to have to go soon.
Yeah, me too. I need to record my Wednesday video. I didn't get
Thank
a chance
you, everybody
to
that came in. Do the second row. Huh?
Done with the second row, now to weave in ends. I think she meant to say
Awesome.
done with the second square, now to weave in ends. Right, Bree?
So next week we'll be at my house and we'll finish up the bag. So Jeannie will show you her makes. Okay.
And
Those that are
once
going over to the West Coast Wednesday, say Stitching with Friend or Viber. Stitching with Friends.
say
Ray.
STWF Ray.
With friends.
Not
STWF raid.
Yeah.
You don't need it. No, Sherry. You can use plain
you
white
can use
yarn.
whatever yarn you want.
Or you can use yarn with glitter in it.
Yep.
Very
Which
true.
is this, I have this Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton
That's what I have up there too.
in the color white, and it has like
Jenny, it can be
sparkle.
whatever square you want it to be in. We just chose this one. Some form of granny square, and we just chose this one because it was a free pattern.
Yes. Thank you, Mara. Stitching together with friends.
It's not a pattern that somebody obviously created it, but it's not one that you can't reuse over and over and over again.
Yeah, Jen, you can use whatever square you want.
Yeah, whatever square. We're just doing it in honor of Sylvia.
And for those of you that are coming late, this bag is going to be replicated as this bag.
Right. Sherry said, I just dyed acrylic 9 peeling in a medium blue, yellow, and brown. Ooh, those are pretty together, too. Those are my colors.
So the supplies I used for this was my yarn, my 4-weight yarn, and then the canvas bag from Hobby Lobby.
Boo.
That I got for $1.50. Thank you.
Yep, and this is mine. They also have these bags in black, too.
Yep.
At Hobby Lobby. I need a big purse, though, because I'm a big woman. These are for little people.
Angel, I was very close to not putting fringe on it, but Jeannie convinced me.
The fringe is what makes it a boho.
But I put less fringe than Jeannie did. Jeannie did 4 strands. I only did 2.
Yeah, I did 4 every other stitch. Started in the corner and then went every other stitch. So. And now you're just working it. This has like a little band at the top of a little rope band that the strap is actually fed through. And that's where you stop at with your crochet. If you try to go over it, it buckles. Thank you, Renee. No, we didn't do the twisted fringe. Sanita said something about doing it, but she ended up not doing it.
I couldn't figure it out.
Excuse me.
No.
So, I just cut some fringe and did 4 strands each. This is actually a 3-weight. This is actually the baby yarn from Premier.
Night Fairy.
The baby yarn that they had. And if it's not their brand, it's Loops and Thread Baby Delight, which is the exact same yarn.
Yeah. Good night, everybody that's leaving.
Good night.
And actually, next week I'm going to finish up this purse. But Jeannie will also show you how to do the strap.
Once I figure out the strap for the bag, y'all, I'll post it on the community tab. So if you want to go ahead and make it, because that'll take some time to make the strap. So if you want to go ahead and have that made for next week, then we'll put the bags together, put the strap in there, and then we'll line it all next week.
And you can absolutely use the same concept that Aisha did with the cord, the I-cord. If you have a tool like that, you can do the single crochet I-cord with multiple yarns just to make it thick. But I would suggest maybe using a more solid yarn for that, like cotton, or what's that other one? You know, the one you get at the where you tie your flowers with? That might hurt the hand.
Talking about the jute?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be too stiff.
Nylon,
I
yeah,
don't think so.
polyester.
Jen's
No,
asking if
you
you
guys
finished
know
the
what
other
you're talking
bag
about.
on your channel, Jeannie.
Do what?
Jen's asking if you finished the bag on your channel that you do on Monday nights, but I don't think you have yet because you didn't.
No. Get to row 45 of the bag and we will finish it Monday. I didn't even go live Monday, Jen. I had some stuff come up that I didn't expect to happen, so I didn't even go live Monday. We will finish it Monday, though. Get to row 40, complete the bag portion, row 45. That's all I've got done on mine. I got to finish up to mine, too. I couldn't even work on it. So.
Look at this one. The color just changed just a little bit. It's more yellow than this bag.
I'll be right back.
This square.
And I am using Premier Sweet Roll and Lemon Berry Pop. Yep. Lemon Berry Pop. And this is a good yarn for bags, too. And I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook. This will probably be what I take to Mobile Friday to crochet on the way, since it's all one row singles and one row double, one row singles, one row double.
Yeah, thanks for that because I did not finish it. I think I finished at row 26. Because
yeah, Cherry, that's I like doing that too. Instead of doing the reverse single crochet called the crab stitch, you do it forward, and when you go in, you twist and then complete. I like that better. She said I also have a short on the twisted fringe. Crystal, probably gonna be the bag. I don't know if I asked him this evening, was we going to spend the night? And y'all, it all depends if we get him a reload tomorrow night. If we get him a reload tomorrow, we'll be going to Mobile Friday. If not, we probably won't be going. Or he won't be going. I'll probably still go, but he probably won't be going. Sherry, it's hard for me to work in reverse too. But if we're going to be spending the night, I'll probably take that in another blanket that I'm working on. That I started.
look at that, guys. 2 squares that are the same size. That is a record. That's twice I made squares that are the same size. See?
Good
You have to
for
do
you.
it the same day. Otherwise, if I did one and then went back and did another one, it would have been completely off.
Sure, I might do a couple of shorts. I'll definitely have my phone everywhere I go this time. I won't do like I did last time.
Well, take your little purse, put your phone in there, and put it around your neck.
There you go.
Yay, pretty.
Oh, Brie, that looks good.
So now to decide, do I want the yellow as a front
Brie, I
or
like the
this?
colors.
That's nice.
Oh wow, that is pretty.
I love them colors.
So what side should I use for the back? Probably this side because I'm not happy with it. Yellow or spotted? Yellow or spotted? Yeah.
Sanjay, I like yours too. She said it needs blocking, but here is hers.
Pattern for the back, yeah. I'm thinking
That
the
is
same thing too.
Good job.
Don't send me your photos until the bag is completed. But you could to show it. But you're probably being like Maribel and just complete it on your own. Which is okay too.
Yeah, now if y'all want to take this, the 2 squares that we did, and you want to make your own style of bag, feel free to do so. Put it together whichever way you want to put it together. Make your strap whichever way you want to make your strap, and everything else. Sherry, pink and brown is beautiful together.
Yes.
I love pink and brown together.
Crystal,
I
of
love
course I wanted a photo, but I wanted a finished photo. Sorry.
Yeah. And I love pink and a soft gray together.
But I must say, this is the second time I use Big Twist in Party. And I love the color variation of it.
I do too.
Don't cry, Crystal. It'll be okay. Send me your picture when it's done.
I'm making this a lot bigger, but let me show y'all what I've got done on the big one that I'm doing.
All right, guys. I had a fun night. And I hope you guys did too. Beautiful, Cynthia. Anybody want to announce what's going on in their channel?
Well, after this live, I'm going to record my Wednesday video real quick. Show y'all my egg Benedict that I did do. And we're going to pick from the wheel again and see what I got to make next. And that'll be out tonight. And then tomorrow we'll record Friday's video and it'll be out Friday morning. So that's it for now. And then Monday we'll finish up the bag. So make sure to get to row 45 of the actual bag part, because after that we'll do the bottom and the pouch, the pocket, and the strap.
Awesome. Cynthia?
Yeah, that square is beautiful. I love those colors.
Yes.
You talking about this one?
Yes, your square.
Oh, thank you.
It does. It looks very country. It's like the rose color with the country blue with the cream. Yeah, I used to be stuck on them colors.
Yeah.
I used to have the little ducks that were like that and all that kind of stuff in my house, the little shells and the heart-shaped shell. Yeah.
But I did
Yeah,
go a
Sherry,
little bit
45 of the other bag from Hobby Lobby. Yeah. Yep, French country, Bree says.
Yeah. So Friday night we have movie night, and we're still currently doing season 11 of Call the Midwife, and season 12 has hit Netflix for most people. So we'll definitely leave season 11 and go into season 12. But for those that were not with us last Friday, we spun the wheel and we chose 5 series for our next series. I turned them over to the Joy team and they're currently voting on them. So this Friday night, we're going to reveal what the next series will be once we finish season 11 and season 12 of Call the Midwife. And at the moment, there were 3 that were tied. then it was 2, and now 1 has taken the lead. So if you want to know what it is, you have to come Friday and find out. And then, of course, Tuesday, we have Bible study at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are still working on Battlefield of the Mind, and we're looking at the 10 wilderness mentalities that we find ourselves trapping ourselves into. And we are on number 4 this coming Tuesday. Of course, next Wednesday, we'll be here at Sanita's house. And y'all don't forget to check out my Yarn Joy Adventures. You just never know what might happen on one of those adventures.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we'll be live on my channel next week. I'll probably drop some more shorts because that was fun and easy. And then I have to, you know, I have a few projects lined up, but now that I'm doing my What's on the Hook a little bit differently, it's a project that I start and finish because I'm trying to get to getting things done. So it's going to take me longer to post videos because I'm a slow crocheter. So that's about it for me. So I hope to see you guys next week at my house.
I do have one more thing I want to share because I've had a couple people asking me about the play dates. At the moment, I am not currently doing play dates because 1, we're still adjusting to new family dynamics, and 2, all of my free time right now, I am truly putting on the Stranger Things blanket. So I'm hoping to start play dates back in October.
Sherry, you so silly. She said I will start the next one with 16. And Sherry, I love that idea of coral, pink, and brown.
Yes,
Actually,
that does sound really pretty.
I've actually got a Premier Sweet Roll DK in those colors, and it is so beautiful. It's like a cream color with a brown and a coral color.
Good night, Angela.
Bye,
Say the name
Bestie.
of this bag is just going to be the Sylvia bag. However you make it, as long as you make it your own twist. And if you know who Sylvia was, try to incorporate something that reminds you of her.
Sherry,
Me?
I didn't go live Monday. No, I didn't do my live Monday.
Yeah, she didn't go live.
It's the square itself, Brie, is called the Sunburst Granny Square. But we're calling the bag the Sylvia bag.
Yeah. And
You wake up and start chewing on my shoe.
and on Jeannie's channel, we're making the baguettes.
Come on.
Which
Yeah,
now
we're
that
making the one
I
from
glue gun bag,
You want to tell them bye? Tell them bye.
she look at how big she is. She is a potbelly pig now.
Yeah, look at that belly. It hangs down underneath there. Sags like a pot-belly pig.
She didn't.
And now
Thank you
she's
for
got her
spending
ear
time with
thing.
us, everybody.
Then she'll have one up and one down. Oh, I love you too, little girl.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play the outro. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being here. Remember to be kind. Remember to smile. We love you all. Keep a hook in one hand, yarn in the other, and crochet all day.
Nugs and be joyful.
Bye,
Love
everybody.
yourself
Love yourself so you can love everyone else. Have a good night.